Most people around the world know the name Osama bin Laden, but far fewer are familiar with another man once seen as equally dangerous by the CIA, not because of terrorism, but because of science. His name was Dr. Abdul Qadir Khan, and to the West, he was the father of the so-called Islamic bomb. But to millions in Pakistan, he was nothing short of a national hero, the man who gave the country its nuclear power and pride. Against all odds, Pakistan became the first and only Muslim country to develop nuclear weapons. The story begins when India conducted its first nuclear test in the deserts of Rajasthan. The shock was deeply felt in Pakistan, a country that had already fought wars with India and saw this as a serious threat. Pakistan's Prime Minister at the time, Zulfikar Ali Bhutto, made a bold and emotional promise that Pakistan would also build a nuclear bomb, even if the nation had to eat grass to achieve it. He famously said that there was already a Christian bomb, the US, a Jewish bomb, Israel, and a Hindu bomb, India, so why shouldn't the Muslim world have one too? Around this time, a Pakistani scientist named Dr. A.Q. Khan was working at a nuclear fuel company in the Netherlands. He had access to classified blueprints of uranium enrichment technology, the key to making a bomb. In 1976, Khan abruptly left Europe and returned to Pakistan, taking with him those top-secret documents. It was a risky move, one that would eventually change the entire strategic balance in South Asia. Within 2 years, thanks to military support, Khan established a secret uranium enrichment facility in the town of Kahuta, near Islamabad. The project operated under extreme secrecy. Even high-level politicians, including future Prime Minister Benazir Bhutto, were kept in the dark. She would later recall that she only learned about Pakistan's nuclear cooperation with Iran when the Iranian president casually mentioned it to her in 1989. While Pakistan was moving steadily toward becoming a nuclear power, Israel was growing increasingly concerned. Israel had a strong, unofficial policy: no Muslim country should be allowed to acquire nuclear weapons. In the past, Israel had launched preemptive strikes to enforce that policy, bombing Iraq's Osirak nuclear reactor in 1981 and a suspected Syrian facility in 2007. But stopping Pakistan proved to be much more difficult. Israeli intelligence agency Mossad tried several covert methods to disrupt Pakistan's progress. A.Q. Khan became a prime target. Mossad allegedly attempted to assassinate him multiple times. They sent letter bombs to European scientists and engineers who were working with Khan's team. One bomb killed a scientist's dog. Another injured a Swiss businessman who had helped Pakistan obtain sensitive materials. Despite these efforts, Khan remained untouched and the project continued to advance. As Mossad realized that sabotage might not be enough, they explored military options. In the early 1980s, Israel considered launching a direct airstrike on the Kahuta facility. But the problem was distance. Pakistan was too far for Israeli fighter jets to strike and return without refueling. That's when they approached India, proposing a joint mission. The plan was for Israeli jets to fly to an Indian airbase in Gujarat, launch a surprise strike on Kahuta, and return safely. At first, Indian Prime Minister Indira Gandhi agreed to the idea. But soon after, she backed out. The timing made things complicated. In 1979, the Soviet Union had invaded Afghanistan, sparking a major conflict. The United States now desperately needed Pakistan's support to help arm and train the Afghan Mujahideen fighting the Soviet. Pakistan's geographical position made it a vital ally. So when Israel discussed the strike with Washington, the U.S. firmly said no. They couldn't risk destabilizing Pakistan or pushing it toward the Soviet side. The airstrike plan was quietly cancelled. By the early 1990s, Pakistan had achieved what many thought was impossible. It had built nuclear weapons in secret, under the radar of the world's most advanced intelligence agencies. But the real masterstroke was how Pakistan presented its program to the world. Instead of boasting or making threats, Pakistan framed its nuclear weapons as a defensive measure against India. This careful messaging helped avoid sanctions or military pressure from Western countries. Then came the big reveal. In May 1998, India tested 5 nuclear weapons. Just 2 weeks later, Pakistan responded with 6 nuclear tests of its own, conducted in the hills of Balochistan. These tests made it official. Pakistan was now a nuclear power. There was no going back. Once a country tests nuclear weapons, the global community has little choice but to accept it. Disarming a nuclear-armed nation is next to impossible. Pakistan didn't just build a nuclear bomb. It outplayed some of the most powerful countries in the world, through patience, smart planning, and precise timing. The result changed the balance of power in South Asia forever. So, what do you think? Should Israel have gone ahead with the airstrike and taken the risk of bombing Pakistan's nuclear site? Or was it simply too late, and too dangerous, to stop it? Let us know your thoughts in the comments.